silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On February 26, 2025, at approximately 7:45 a.m., an officer was dispatched to a suspicious vehicle call. Upon arrival, the officer approached the vehicle and found the defendant asleep in the driver's seat. The officer noticed the tires were covered with mud and grass, and there was fresh vomit on the ground next to the driver's side window. The officer attempted to wake up the defendant, but he had some slurred words and went back to sleep. After several attempts, the defendant woke up and tried to put the vehicle in drive. The defendant attempted to turn on the ignition with a broken key. The officer requested the defendant's ID, and the defendant handed the officer his keys. Upon second request, the defendant gave the officer a pink Hello Kitty coin purse. The officer observed disorientation, glassy eyes, dilated pupils, slurred speech, and poor balance. The defendant denied consuming drugs or alcohol. The officer found an empty beer can on the floorboard behind the front passenger seat. SFSTs were conducted. 4 out of 6 clues were observed on the HGN. 4 out of 8 clues were observed on the walk-in turn. 3 out of 4 clues were observed on the one-leg stand. The DIC was read, and the defendant consented to provide a breath sample. The officer spoke to the property owner, who stated the defendant had damaged her property along the curb, and showed surveillance video of the defendant operating the vehicle and strike the median, then drive into a parking lot. The defendant then nearly strikes the curb as he enters the parking lot and finds a parking spot. The defendant then puts his car in park and sits for several minutes. The defendant then put the car in drive as 2 vehicles were passing, and he attempted to drive over the curb and through a ditch towards them. The defendant made several unsuccessful attempts to launch his car over the curb before he succeeded at 2:17 a.m. Another vehicle stopped and tried to help the defendant, but he was unsuccessful. A wrecker arrived at 2. The officers did not arrive on scene until 7:49 a.m., and the breath results were 0.066 and 0.065.
Right, Mr. Brown, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail.
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
Can you look to see if he has any prior DWIs?
Yes, Judge.
He has a valid Texas
He
driver.
does have a valid driver's license, and he has no criminal history.
All right, Mr. Brown, you are not allowed to drive unless you have valid liability insurance in your name, car insurance. I am also making that a condition of your bond. If you do not have car insurance, you're not allowed to drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer,
Can I
sir?
apply for a court appointment, please?
Sure. So I will give you an application. I need to know everything about a lawyer today. Deputy Miranda is going to give you an application. I'm going to have you now sign a reset with Victoria. Will, I guess, know Felicia today? Oh, she's floating elsewhere? We'll eventually have you meet with pretrial services to go over your bond conditions, and then I'll just have you take your seat in the jury box, okay?
Okay.
Please.
That's it for now, Judge.
Any THAs?
No, Judge.
Okay, where's Marcos, you ready?
Yes, Judge.
And what am I signing?
Your reset.
I got 2, Your Honor. First one is going to be Diego Gonzalez. The application, he's done the T-Res. And we have mitigation. We just need to turn it in.
It's 213 days old.
Right. Well, let me see on this. And the reason why I asked, I have another one I'm about to talk to you about, Guevara, that it was defective light, 0.126. They're asking for mitigation.
It is below a 0.15.
They both are. So I'm not sure.
I get it, but I have here that you've been working since the beginning of February for
The
mitigation.
application was in, the T-Res is done. So theoretically, if it were the old rules, they'd both be approved and
I'll
we'd
give
have
you a week
contracts.
mitigation, and then on this one.
But you understand my point, right,
I
Judge?
understand.
All I have is that it's pending approval right now.
And I was told that it was mitigation needs to be turned in
Okay.
on both. And the same thing happened to me in court 8 yesterday, Judge. I think across the board, they're saying that you need a mitigation regardless. That's what I've heard as of yesterday. That's what I heard as of yesterday.
So what's the difference between mitigation versus, I guess, just the application, right?
Yeah, and I do not judge, and what I can do is, I'm still kind of learning the rules as well. My understanding was that we were still in the old, which was the mitigation. Take your law, fire guys.
Change. All I know is both of my guys today.
But how do you know, Shatori?
I send the TRS reports to Brenda, and then she tells me, that the clients need a mitigation package.
So could it be based on the results of the TRAS, whether they need a mitigation, you think?
I don't think so, because
I don't
one
think so.
recommended SOP and one was EEO, so.
Okay.
I talked to my supervisor last week about this. My concern for that meeting was that we would, there were rules.
Right, so we, on both these guys, done on 225. So in a perfect world, we would have had the contracts
Sure.
today.
Okay, so I mean, I'll give you a week on both and just try to get it in, you know, and then,
One client of mine, I think we talked to him. Anyway, I'll get it done. I'll get it done. Okay, thank you, Judge.
sure, thanks.
Yep.
Sure.
I don't know if you know these, but I'm acting to non-prosecution. Any witnesses on Tuesday? This is where defendants still on topics they may have been brought up yet. No attorney.
Okay, let me see.
Page 44 and 45. Same weapon. I think they may make it as non-class or.
Let you go?
It's,
Did whoever come up or no?
are we gonna get him? Do you know?
Processing.
And then,
Maybe they were. So I can sign it, please.
can you appoint someone to Weber, please?
Yep.
Because someone filed two affidavits on their behalf. And so,
Two affidavits.
Non-prosecution.
Oh.
Hunter,
Morning, Judge. I'm here on Holman.
okay,
So, Judge, not out of the same incident, but this case would have never been charged but for that case. In that case, they haven't made an offer. They have had a rib call with CW, but in the facts, it's alleged that there's a video, and they doesn't seem they produced that video. I would just ask for one more reset to see if there's even an offer made on that.
whoa, are you telling me that there's a video and you haven't gotten it?
No. I'm talking about in the felony. There's a video that hasn't been produced yet, which would tend to show that CW isn't cooperating or isn't, doing what they need to do in that case. But I would like one more reset in this.
Is our case out of the same transaction as the ag?
It's not, Judge, but this case would have never been charged but for the ag.
1 second.
So Your Honor, took a look. So it looks like the warrant was issued for the ag story about it. When they were serving the warrant, the abatement. No.
Okay,
So that's,
I see.
they're not in the same transaction that they're.
The felony set for 318, do you want the day after?
Judge,
Or you want farther out?
I was hoping to get like 30 days.
Yeah, no problem. We'll give it to you.
Thank you, Judge.
Hold on. Let me get you a date. Hold on. Don't go anywhere.
What's the last name, Judge?
Bottom of page 14.
Go ahead and sign. How is April 15th through the 17th?
April 15th to the 17th.
The 16th works.
All right, it's yours.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, there's a time, sir.
We'll see you soon.
Have a good one.
You too. Take care. Anna,
Can I approach, Judge?
please.
I'm approaching on Torrance, Torrence. She's on bond.
Okay.
Yes.
How's she doing?
Oh, she's doing well. We're just waiting on.
No issues?
No issues. I'm just approaching because it's like 180
Yeah, it's up there. Do you have an
Yeah.
offer?
Can't do the math in my head. But we are still waiting on talks. And I've spoken with the state, and chief is still waiting for it as well.
When did you guys send it out, the talks on Torrance?
So it looks like there was an escalation request sent out to 5, so about a month ago. I had not heard back.
How long does it take to even get a response?
Could take 30 days,
Yes.
could take 60 days.
I mean, we can't just wait months. The case it's nearly 200 days.
You
So-
can set a vernacular team, line setting. If you really want that.
You want to do that? And then if it's here, great. If it's not, then are you okay with that?
That works for me.
Okay, so what's a reasonable time then?
30 days?
Or be.
Yeah, but that's it. If it's not back,
Okay.
okay, done.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, but at that same instance though, I mean, now we're working like nearly 230 days to clear trial,
Okay.
right? So be ready.
Okay.
So work it.
I'm always ready, Judge.
Out it and then let me know.
Okay.
Touche.
He said, I just asked for a continuance earlier.
Some sort of firm.
Yes.
And this is, I have a house, you have a home family? What can I say whenever you're?
They made me tell that.
Yeah, I guess so. Is right now? Is your name number one? You saw this one firm, you're gonna make the without the first mistake in any state. Then you have the first found the in this state and now you're looking at the first operation. I got one big hand up. You want a second, maybe get that right.
Yes.
This wasn't like.
Right down. Councilor.
Let's just take a try on that. Yeah. Just have to sit up by the. Raise your arm.
Mr. David Montalago on your docket.
You ready?
Can I bring him up?
Please.
Mr. Montalago?
So this is the 18-week bit, right? Good morning, Mr. Montalongo. Sir, you're charged with terroristic threat of a family or household member. That is a Class A misdemeanor. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you a 6-month deferred adjudication. This is a type of probation that if you successfully complete, you do not end up with a conviction on your record, but it's not dismissed. You cannot tell people it was dismissed. It was a successful probation. If you complete it, you don't end up with a conviction on your record. There's a big difference. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
For you to complete this successfully, you must do a batter, must attend once a week for 18 weeks. You must do an anger management class, no drugs, no alcohol, no harassing, threatening, or abusive contact with a Cynthia Montalongo and a Adelia Montalongo. You understand?
Sure.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you are stuck with us until you either complete it successfully or it gets revoked. If you don't do your stuff on time, if you pick up a new case, if you get kicked out of a class, all these are causes that could be potentially revoke your probation. We issue an entire year in jail if you violate this agreement. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Knowing all this, do you still want to do this? Knowing all these consequences, by entering into this agreement, you give up nearly every right known to man. So if you violate this, holy moly, you're looking at a ton of time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, can you get this done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Good.
I'm not going to find you guilty. I will withhold it for 6 months, give you the opportunity to complete this thing, and I'll make you a deal. If you do well, if you get your stuff done quick, I'll take you off in half the time as a reward. But that means be nice to everybody. Don't be a problem. Don't test positive for anything. And just be nice. It's not hard. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The worst possible thing you could do is just take off. Because once that happens, you abscond, we issue an immediate warrant. If there's ever an issue, you can come back, talk to us, and we can always work things out. It's never about the money. I don't care about the money. I care about you doing the classes and you learn something so you don't come back. There's an affirmative finding of family violence on this thing. So that means you pick up another one, you could be looking at a ton of time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You may not own a gun or ammunition as a result of this thing as well. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hi, Greg. Ready? Look at you in a tie and everything.
It's set for trial, but it's gonna reset ERD.
Okay?
I know, what, I don't dress well every
I'm
day? Is that what
kidding.
you're telling me?
Come on, man. I'm kidding.
Okay. I have, today, I have two cases in here. First one, Alicia Williams. She is present. I believe it was a BVR, but I think she had a more recent test and she should have been clean.
Come up, Miss Williams.
And just so you know, I have just been offered a PTI, which is a drug court center. Dismiss it. So, just so the court is aware.
To come back negative.
Good news. That's all we're asking. Don't use. That's all we're asking you to do. You've been given a great offer where if you complete a couple things, they're going to dismiss your case. It's not hard. Just get the things done. The quicker you do it, the quicker you're done with everything. Okay? You're going to get tested again. So be ready. Okay? Don't test positive. Okay? Good luck.
I'll talk to you about it. Just have a second. And then I don't see,
Continue on.
Yes, Judge.
I don't see fugitive prosecutors.
Did you get a fugitive case?
No, this is a reset. I mean, he should have been picked up.
Is it on?
Huh?
Is it on?
Pucci, Pouchie.
Is there a local that we're tracking?
Let me bring it.
So
Not that I recall. Unless something.
to see when they waive, if they did.
I didn't get an email. I mean, do you want me to run across the street ERD and just come back and see if they're here?
Who?
Fugitive?
Oh, they're gonna be here. Well, let me text. Hey, do you have any dismissals on Pucci by chance? On Pucci? Yeah. Jail doc, on the jail docket, it's,
I'll check my email again, but I haven't seen anything. Usually pretty good about emailing me pretty early.
maybe they'll file a dismissal here. I don't know. I don't know. You know, I didn't see it. Maybe it's on the bond doc. It's on the bond doc.
Actually,
Is he on bond, Greg?
I mean, February 20th, he kept the waiver.
What is that person's reply?
He waived extradition February 19th
Oh, yeah.
to Calcasieu Parish. He had 7 different charges. And reset date for pickup is 3/6, and he wants to keep the waiver was what happened. Those are my notes.
What's the word? Amy?
He's set to be figured today.
Oh, yes. Okay, so don't worry about it. He's been picked up already?
Yeah, so let me double check that.
I get anything, that's all. So,
Yeah, I don't think he's probably yet.
yeah.
Yeah, he's been picked up. Today's just been filed the interview.
Cool,
All
thanks.
done. You're good
All
to
right,
go.
thanks.
Thank you.
See you.
Up with your try.
It's gonna reset. It's out of court 7.
It's as good as an acquittal for as long as it lasts.
I mean, I just want to get it over with at this point. I got enough on my plate.
All right, have fun, Grinch.
That blocked off light schedule this week.
so it looks like the person that signed you, that on your queue was Judge Ross, early in the morning.
Okay.
And it looks like you signed a motion to revoke for Raul Castillo, but I didn't get it.
No. Tell me where that is. Is it in ready for
It's
activity?
in ready for activities.
Okay, hold on a second. He may have done that by mistake.
It's at the top.
Okay, what was the, offer?
Yeah.
What was it?
Drug force, online force.
This is a good one, though. Hey, we filed a motion to revoke on Castillo. Didn't we talk about that yesterday? That he absconded? Yeah. Okay. So
Third, fourth, fourth. Okay, I'm gonna see if she can do it.
Okay, you want color?
Yes.
Okay.
he has an open felony warrant. He picked up he has a theft of a firearm. That's in felony warrant status. That's why our case is at 10,003 now, so put it at 15,000.
2,000.
Update the motion to include the delinquents? Okay.
No, hold on.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of bills, bill reports.
It's not a new case,
Okay.
but
I'll get it signed, please.
You send me the certificate, I'll come aboard and we'll get out of this.
yeah, no, because it was indicted in 21. It looks like I don't understand what's going on with it because it's still open. So no, just don't.
Don't worry about it. Okay.
It's like a scratch on the guy.
Wow.
There he is. That's good. Thanks.
Council will reset. So we have been able to reach everything this year because it was a true B. So I tried reaching out to the students. We have an arraignment. Are you ready?
Hi.
Oh, good morning.
Hey.
I just wanted to say hello this morning,
Hi.
and I wanted to let,
Let's.
okay, yes.
I can wait.